Hello everyone, welcome to this video. Really appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks for clicking and watching. Today we're going to talk about a piece of news that came out that's been circulating around the crypto world about how China has lifted its ban on cryptocurrency. And I'm here to tell you that it's not true.
It's not?
It's not true at all. So,
Surprising.
yeah, some news coming out of China being fake, as you know, the president of our neighbor country down south would call it fake news. What happened was there was a court case, and a judge found that a citizen's digital assets is actually their property. So that news came out, and obviously the crypto world took that news and just made it into, snowballed it and made it into this thing where they are saying that the ban has been lifted from cryptocurrency. But I just don't see that as being the case. Of course, there's been some precedents set now where, a Chinese person could say, look, they didn't take this person's assets, why are they going to take ours? But guys, let's not forget, this is China. All right, like this is still a communist country. The government has complete authority. They can go back on that anytime they want. It was just one judge making one ruling. It says some precedents. That's really good news, but it doesn't completely mean that the cryptocurrency ban has been lifted. So let's not, get ahead of ourselves here.
When you say cryptocurrency ban, what is banning? Because there's still cryptocurrencies in China.
Yeah, so that itself is a funny thing, because they say cryptocurrency is banned in China, but somehow all Chinese people find a way to, buy crypto assets, get into ICOs, launch their own ICOs.
Because there's a Chinese ICO market, correct?
Yes, and so there's a big crypto ICO or a Chinese ICO market, and actually you know a little bit more about that, so why don't you share with them what's going on with that market and why probably should be banned.
I know a little about the Chinese ICO market, and they're shady fucks, because what they're doing is called what we call wash trading, which is completely illegal if you're an American citizen. But if you're not an American citizen, if you're a Chinese citizen, if you're not living in America, you can kind of get away with doing it. So what they're doing is they will launch an ICO, they'll get it listed onto an exchange, and then they will open up multiple accounts on the exchange. So they'll open up a whole bunch of different accounts on the exchange, and they'll trade their ICO coin, their token, between these accounts. So they own all the accounts, they're trading between it. And what that's doing is showing fake volume. It's showing that there's volume when really there isn't. It's the same guys just trading to each other or to themselves. So that causes a synthetic volume.
Do they do this using bots?
I mean, they probably do, or I mean, they could. I mean, it makes sense to do that with bots, right? Because one guy's going to sit there with 100 accounts open on their laptop.
Right.
So
and you can do this with bots, by the way.
Yeah.
There is a way to do it with bots.
So yeah, they're pushing the price up synthetically of their token and making money. And then the exchanges, of course, are in on it as well, because they're allowing this to happen.
And they're getting fees for every transaction made. So
exactly.
Why not? Why would they care?
Yeah, there's a lot of shady shit going on in China.
Yeah, so I mean, look, when this type of thing comes out and news about China completely lifting the ban, this ban that there is, which really no one knows what the ban is, because ICOs are still being launched, people are still buying into cryptocurrency there, and China is still a big market for like Bitcoin and just digital assets, cryptocurrencies in general. But what is I mean, that's another thing. What they claim is happening is a lot of these Chinese miners that are mining Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever are being kicked out.
They're supposed to be, but
yeah, so that's the other thing. So they're supposed to be kicked out, but I mean, every so often, once or twice a month, you see pictures of like police coming and they've broken a few miners, but those could be old miners, right? Like China is known for their propaganda. Actually, a friend of ours, he did a tour in China to promote his ICO of all things, and that just happened last month. And he was just saying, dude, it's like, he's like, I never felt so weird in my life. he was basically saying like they were taking him on a tour throughout a bunch of provinces, and everywhere he went, the Chinese put on this big, spectacle, like, they're so ahead with digital assets and cryptocurrencies, and it's all for like the camera, whereas like what you're seeing away from the camera is just like empty seats or whatever that looks like. But he just said it was a big like propaganda show, and like those are the types of things that happens in China. So when you see news like this come out, don't jump on it quickly. Make sure you do a lot of research on it, and then decide to either invest more or maybe stay on the sidelines a little bit longer. Just be smart about what you do with your money.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. Thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you guys being here. Please subscribe, and as Pete likes to say,
Smash the thumbs up button.
sweet.